Right, so this is the first episode of Desert Island DJs, and we have as a guest on the first episode DJ Pilgrim. Real name Paul
Pilgrim.
Pilgrim, it really is. So Paul, you're the guinea pig for the new show.
Excellent.
So yeah, thank you very much for coming on.
No problem at all.
The way we're going to work is going to work through your life with a few songs that have inspired you through your life. Yeah,
so I can accommodate you with some music throughout my years.
Yeah. So first of all, I know you were born in Wolverhampton in 1970, so it makes you very slightly older than me, which is great. And so, what was it like in Wolverhampton in 1970?
Well, the early 70s are a bit of a blur for me. I think I started to get my early memories of my childhood round about like the mid 70s, where as a child I was heavily into football, collecting stickers. Wolves were doing better than what they are now, but my favourite team was Liverpool, because I think Liverpool were just like winning everything at the time. So you had like Bob Paisley as the manager, and you'd had Emlyn Hughes and Kenny Dalglish. They had a great team. They were big in Europe. So as a kid, I was heavily into football. So I used to be out in the back garden, kicking the ball up the wall. I'd draw a goal on the side of the house and basically just playing football with myself. But yeah, that was like kind of my early memories of like the 70s.
And the old Panini football stickers, I guess, if you were collecting stickers. Yeah.
Oh, yes. World of Sport Saturday morning, watching the wrestling.
Yeah.
Big Daddy, giant haystacks.
I can remember a Panini sticker album where I just couldn't get Kevin Keegan.
Yeah, I think they only had like a few of those, whereas there was there was like multiple ones of.
Yeah, you always got Alan Hansen. Just Kevin Keegan was.
I remember like some of the stickers as well, like the team badges. Some of them were like gold or silver, if I remember right.
Oh yeah, I can't remember that. No, maybe you remember better than me. So Wolverhampton was. It's quite known for its music, isn't it? Really, there's a few bands from there.
It is, yeah. I mean, you've got quite a few. I mean, you've got your obvious ones. You've got Beverly Knight, Goldie's from there, so everyone knows of him. But yeah, there's quite a few others as well. And I think the whole of the Midlands, really, there's like quite well known for on the musical map.
Yeah, and is there any songs that really remind you of the childhood as you're going through the 70s there and towards the 80s? When you first...
music that I recall from like kind of the late 70s, early 80s, me getting into music, I think my first musical experience was Musical Youth, past the DUTCHIE, because that was like one of the first records that I ever bought. I had it on 7-inch. I remember it was like a green cover with white writing on it.
Yeah.
I think from there as well, you'd got two-tone and skinheads and punks. That kind of music started to come in as well. So I think really a kid growing up like in the like late 70s, early 80s, that was the direction that I think was quite underground that a lot of us went into, because one of my other musical memories that I recall from that era was getting into Bad Manners, the group. I think Special Brew was one of the main tracks that I recall as a very early childhood memory track.
Yeah, let's take a break and have a listen to Musical Youth and Bad Manners. Musical Youth, I presume, past the DUTCHIE.
Yep.
And Bad Manners, Special Brew. Let's have a quick listen.
Music and some full of love. Songs to really make you rub and scrub. I said, pass the DUTCHIE on the left hand side. Pass the DUTCHIE on the left hand side. It a go bun. Give me the music, make me jump and run. It a go done. Give me the music, make me looking at it. It was a cool and lonely, breezy. Tradition was there in sway. How does it feel when you got no food? I could feel the chill as I seen and heard them say. How does it feel when you got no food? Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. It a go bun.
Give me the music, make me jump and prance.
It a go done.
Give me the music, make me looking at the dance.
Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. It a go bun.
Give me the music, make me jump and prance.
It a go done.
Give me the music, make me looking at the dance. So me say listen to the drum and me say listen to the bass. Give me little music, make me wind up me waist. Me say listen to the drum and me say listen to the bass. Me say them like how me caress, me say them like how me address. Say everywhere they go, they just a say me a the best, me a the boss. Inna the A1, cause me a the boss. Inna the A1, cause say 1, say 2, operator and to you. 3, 4, we go fist can count the 4. 5, 6, we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So basically, yeah, you grew up, you're in Wolverhampton, you're listening to, you like your ska, and then eventually, I imagine as you went through school, did you start to get into proper music, as we say in the dance industry?
Yeah, so, yeah, when I was in school, there was me and a couple of others. We started to get into hip hop and electro and break dancing. So we used to, after school, we used to go use the school hall. We used to practice breaking on the stage, or try and attempt to break on the stage, should I say.
That's familiar.
I was never very good at it, so that's why I went down the route of like practicing my skills with pens and pencils and got into graffiti. But, yeah, I got into hip hop music and electro. All the electros were big then, and some of my early memories of like kind of tunes that stand out at that time was things like NAFISH, The Soul.
Yeah.
That was like one of my big tunes that was like kind of mid 80s. Because also as well, not only did I do graffiti, I got into turntablism as well. So I used to scratch in. I used to get 2 turntables and 2 copies of the same record, and basically getting the 2, manipulating a certain sample on both tracks, and just basically doing stuff where like you'd be like kind of spinning round, keep looping them. You'd be like using like your nose with the crossfader, or you'd be using your elbow. So I used to do stuff like that as well. That's
very good, isn't it, for doing that? That's
mid to late 80s. So
you got graffiti in then at that point.
So mid 80s was like the kind of start of my graffiti career, and I got heavily into that, should I say. I was more into tagging than I was like kind of piecing then. Unfortunately, that was the downfall of my graffiti career, though, because in 1988 I got caught tagging a bus, had everything confiscated, and that's where I concentrated from there onwards on my music career.
Yes, that's a good idea. So just for the listeners, Paul, just explain. So what tagging is? What is just your name?
It's more like kind of scrawling your name here, there, and everywhere. It's more like a signature. I got caught on a bus, so I used to get pleasure out of like kind of tagging my name up lots on buses. As an artist back then, it was like you were prolific if your name was seen here, there, and everywhere. So the more your name was seen up, the more people would rate you. Nowadays, you don't find that so much. Nowadays, it's more like artistic. It's more accepted. It's more pieces and colourful and something that people appreciate. Whereas I think in the 80s, it was frowned upon a lot because a lot of it was like kind of tagging, which I suppose back then a lot of people did see as vandalism.
Yeah. Well, they probably do now. As I say,
nowadays, I think because it's become popular with the likes of Banksy, it's now accepted as an art form, and people are more used to seeing it out in the public streets, whereas back in the 80s it was more under a canal bridge or on the side of a train track.
Yeah, so you could say you helped employ many council workers with spray guns.
You could say that.
Yes.
I suppose that era there, like mid-80s for me, coming out of like kind of the graffiti scene and like kind of my venturing into non-graffiti world, I suppose one of my main memories of a track I recall would be Sugar Bear, Don't Scandalise Mine.
Yeah, that's another good one from that era, with the whole break dancing and that street scene. Yeah, so perhaps we should play that along with NAFISH, The Soul. Let's crack on and play them for you. Okay.
Cool. Yep.
for once more, time after time. Don't scandalize mine. More than enough, too much. Pressure is force. Who's the boss? Original. In everything I do, especially when I'm doing it to you. Perfect. Lines every time I say a rhyme. Won't do a crime, don't you know me for help? I'm by myself, not sitting on the bottom, parallel the top shelf. Chemically combined, full of exposure, not the one that owes you, but the one that told you. Experience is the ticket, you gotta have it. So get with it, I'm not making for real. To me, there's one way to deal, clockwise. With no alibis, nothing witty is here. I'm making it clear. I'm saying too much off beat, you can't touch my pattern is bold. I won't hot or cold. Forget about the records I sold, but don't scandalize mine. Is miniature, more or less immature. Your rhymes a little bit premature. Need to get up on some new literature. Writing day and night till my hand get tight. Not think about yours. I'm not that type of guy you think I am. Play me again, Sam, and watch what will happen. I start snapping. The army is large, Sarge, and I'm the captain. Listen to the orders that I'm giving. Gonna let it be known. On how I'm living, never riding on excitement. No parties in the basement. When you step to me, all you see is improvements. Wasting my membrane, you must be insane. My whole address is simple and plain. Call me a star, watch me shine. Don't scandalize mine. Don't scandalize mine. Yo, Wes, it's time, it's time.
Has a heart attack. Has a heart attack. Has a heart attack. Has a heart attack.
Thanks, Paul. They got to be two of the most influential tunes for house music and dance scene ever. They're just still. You could easily play NAFISH now and get away with it. People would still love it. Yeah.
Funny you should say that. I actually played in Coventry last weekend, and I played at an event which was acid and house. So it was based around like music from '88 to '91.
Yeah,
and the majority of my set was predominantly acid.
Yeah.
And I actually dropped that track. I actually dropped that, Tyrone Bronson, the Smurf, and I also played another electro track. What was it? Paul Hardcastle, Rainforest.
Oh, yeah.
All those tracks, electro, when you listen to electro, it's very similar, like the beats to acid tracks in a way, because you've still got like that kind of synth kind of noise. You've still got like the kick drums, so you speed the tempo up to get it to match like the tracks, and yeah, it worked. There was a little section where I had 3 tracks in a row where I thought someone was going to get on the dance floor and start doing a head spin.
It was you.
Yeah, me. In my head.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm the best dancer in the world, but when
Yeah.
it comes to doing it, I'm not.
Yeah.
I think we're all like that, though, in our own head. Like, you hear a track and you're like, yeah, you're dancing in your head, but your body just ain't moving with you.
Yeah, it looks more like a robot.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you got on the decks, as you were sort of toward the end of school, etc. And so that obviously developed into you properly DJing. So how did that come about then? Where was your break, or
Yeah. So Wolverhampton, although it's like a big city, it's a small place in a way. Everyone knows everyone. So my tapes were doing like the rounds around Wolverhampton. I was known as a DJ. I crossed over from the hip hop scene into rave because I used to go to a club called the Lord Raglan on a Wednesday night, and it was the only club in Wolverhampton where it would actually feature any kind of hip hop music. Because Wolverhampton, there was a lot of people who said that they were into hip hop, but whenever you tried to put a night on, because there was a handful of us who tried to make nights happen in Wolverhampton about hip hop music,
Yeah.
you'd always find it would be the same handful of people that would turn up. So there was this club in Wolverhampton called the Lord Raglan, and it was 85%, I'd say even maybe 90% rave music. So we're talking like the late 80s.
Yeah.
Things like Stevie, Dirty Cash, Stevie V, when that first originally came out.
Yeah.
But going there, I was a hip hop head, and I'd be there standing about waiting for the hip hop to come on. You'd probably hear about 5 tracks, and that would be it. But it was the only place you could go out for a night out to hear it in a club in Wolverhampton. But gradually, going week in, week out, more and more listening to these tracks, like the rave tracks, they started to become a bit catchy. And then you'd find, after a bit, I'm dancing to the rave and not so much the hip hop. And then a little bit later, I've gone full cycle and I'm a raver. So that's like kind of late 80s. Early 90s, I'm going to places like the Eclipse in Coventry, Time, the Rag Market, Spectrum, Hummingbirds, those kind of places where it's like coming out of the acid scene, going into what's now known as hardcore rave.
Yeah.
I'm doing mixtapes, plugging away, trying to get gigs. And it turns out we speak to Carl and Jez, who are the guys behind Quest. They're
Right.
talking about doing a night in Wolverhampton, and had a meeting with them. They said that they're looking for a DJ, and then opening night was September 1991. Myself, Rap, Top Buzz, went down a storm, and they decided to do it weekly, and they wanted me to be resident. And
There you go.
the rest is history about the Quest story. I think everyone knows how that goes.
And Quest, for anybody who doesn't know, was a huge night in Wolverhampton that ran, what, 5-6 years maybe, or is it that long?
I
Or
think it was I'm sure the last event at the Palomas club itself as a club night, Quest,
Yeah.
the last one I'm sure was 1996.
yeah, so about
I
about
seem to
5.
think.
Yeah.
But it was an amazing club. Anyone who ever went would tell you, you know, for a 9 till 2 club, they had like kind of a lineup from start to finish that was all big name DJs.
Yeah.
They'd have like kind of full production where it was like stage, lasers. They had like robots. I mean, there was a couple of times they even had like PA. I mean, Prodigy did a PA there one of the times.
Oh wow.
They had a live PA. They had all the big promoters there, like Obsession, Fantasia, Fibre Optic, AWOL. So there was lots of promoters from all over the country who came to Wolverhampton to have a night at Quest, because it was voted by Mixmag as one of the best clubs in the country.
Oh, there you go. And what would you say the music policy was there? More drum based? No, it wasn't really.
No, I mean, it started off as hardcore rave, and then
Yeah.
I think as time changed, the music kind of changed a bit, and it seemed like once you got to Wolverhampton, there was like a line, because anything past Wolverhampton, Stafford, Stoke, and up north onwards, it would start to become quite stompy and techno based, whereas from Wolverhampton down, you're talking like kind of Birmingham, Coventry, it was more breakbeat.
Yeah.
So Quest was originally, you listen to early Quest stuff, and you had people like Joey Beltram who played there, Loft Groover, Colin Dale used to play there regular. So there was quite a techno kind of hardcore rave based sound in the early 90s. I think it started to change a bit around 93, because you started to get more kind of breakbeat stuff coming through, so you were getting a lot more like kind of Bookham kind of tracks.
Yeah.
And then the direction of the music started to go a bit more drum and bass.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a bit of a mixture then as it developed as it went on. Basically. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
they did late. The music changed and it went a bit happy hardcore in '94, and they did feature a few DJs playing that style of music. But I think the Midlands has always been quite breakbeat, quite dark, quite into that kind of sound. So the jungle came in, and I would say it was more of a, when it got to like kind of 94, 95, 96, it was definitely more of a drum and bass jungle crowd.
And you basically from DJing there got gigs pretty much everywhere, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, as Quest grew and everyone wanted to be a part of it, my name grew because being the resident there, everyone wanted the part of Quest at their club. So I was getting gigs left, right and centre, here, there and everywhere, all over the UK.
Yeah, that's excellent. And I know probably one of the pinnacle of your career was when you played at Pump.
That's nice. How did you guess?
Yeah.
I was just, you're a mind reader because I was just going to say that.
Yeah, of course they are, yeah. So probably a couple of tunes that remind you of that era then. What you sort of, a couple of big anthems that you probably would have played then?
Yeah, so I mean, like for me, I think my signature track, which a lot of people, if they used to listen to my mixtapes, will know, was MC UPROAR, Bad Boy.
Yeah.
One of my tracks. And then the other one would be the Love Is EP by NOOKIE.
Yeah.
And the track in question,
Give a Little Love, probably.
Was Give a Little Love. You are a mind reader. I was just going to say that, Mark.
Hey, just so happens we've got them lined up. So should we have a listen to them?
Excellent. Yes.
Okay.
Let's have a listen.
Bad boy, bad boy, bad boy, bad boy, bad boy, bad boy. Rude boy. Original Julik shot in the party. I know when Julik shot in the party, dance up the noise. Bad boy. Bad boy. Bad boy. Bad boy. Bad boy.
they're proper anthems. They were, Paul. Proper anthems. So basically, you DJ'd at Quest for many years. DJ'd all
many years.
So all things not sort of come to an end, but Quest finished, and then you probably at that point were just doing gigs here and there, I imagine. And then how did your career go then? What?
So my career was still busy because although Quest as a club came to an end, I was still doing lots of gigs up and down the country, and I'd say round about 97, 98, old school as a music form started to come round, and I, being well known in the Midlands, started working with Jimmy and Mo from Flashback. I became the resident there. So I was playing a lot at the Q Club around about the late 90s, early 2000s. And then that was the music style that I was predominantly playing. It was more the old rave tunes from 88, 89, 90, 91, 92. The music had kind of come back round again. So there was events that were being planned specifically just for that music style. So I was still working most weekends, although that really wasn't like kind of my main day job, so to speak. So DJing has always been a hobby for me, really, but my actual daytime job is I'm a plumber.
Oh, and there it is. There's the shocking news in these interviews. So I bet not many
Plumber
people.
Pilgrim.
Yeah, I bet not. Oh, is that it? Plumber Pilgrim?
No, I don't work for myself. I work for a company, but that would be a good name if I did decide to work for myself.
Yeah. So you actually have you always done that then, even from the early days?
No, not from the early days. So, I mean, initially when I left school, I was a painter and decorator. I, like probably many people of a similar age, I did a YTS, which for those who don't know, if like you're younger than 40, is called a youth training scheme, which is the equivalent of an apprenticeship. So I did that for 2 years. Then I got took on as an apprentice, and then I was full-time painter and decorator. But I got made redundant in 1991, which coincided with when my DJ career kind of started at Quest. So it wasn't a massive blow that I got made redundant at the same time.
So did you used to go into people's houses and say, I would like that wall magnolia, please? You think, well, I'm a graffiti artist. So they'd come back and there'd be all taglines and various, you know.
Yeah.
That's not what,
that has come in handy, because the thing is, I got back into the graffiti scene in 2009. So although I'd never like kind of steered away from it totally, it was always a passion. I'd always be like looking at pieces, even though I didn't dabble in it myself. I always still had an interest up until about 2009, which is when I decided to start practicing the art again. And basically I got into painting, going out regular painting, and I haven't stopped since. So I've continued it, and my career as a graffiti artist has been longer than it was the first time around when I first did it in the mid-80s, because I only did it for about 3 years then until I got caught. Whereas now I'm a lot older and wiser, apparently. But I run a lot of legal spots in Wolverhampton where they're designated spots that people can go to actually paint, practice. Because, like I say, a lot of places now, a lot of councils, they're very forthcoming in having these kind of places now, because they see it as an art form, and it decorates a lot of areas of town where normally is quite run down and would just be scribbled upon.
So that's quite cool then, isn't it?
Yeah. But going back to decorating, that's come in handy because I can emulsion a wall quick time because of my painting and decorating skills from when I left school.
Ideal. And with the graffiti, am I right in saying you've released a book, or is there many books? Or
So I've actually published. I've had 3 books published now. The book is called Old So Cool.
oh, so
which-
cool,
Old So Cool.
old, so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you say it fast, it sounds like old school, but it's
Oh,
old
yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
It's based upon UK graffiti in the 80s because it was the era that I was painting and
Yeah.
that I know a fair bit about. But it was an era that it's almost like a lost era because a lot of people who used to paint back then had lost their pictures, either had them confiscated like myself, they've had them in a loft and they've split up with an ex and they've never got the pictures back. So these kind of things back then were like kind of proper 110 camera negative pictures that were like hard copies, not like today where it's all digital and files.
Yeah.
Back then you had to have a camera, take pictures, get negatives printed, and that was the only way that you would see a picture back then. So you can imagine that a lot of those pictures over time have disappeared, but there's a lot of people, there's a handful of people, I should say, out there who were like kind of collectors who had big archives. And I run a group on Facebook called 80s graffiti, 80s old school graffiti. I should know the name of this, really. It's my group. Old school 80s graffiti, and there's
Old
like
school 80s graffiti. Just if anybody wants to look that up,
there's about 54,000 people in this group. But I originally started it back in 2011, I think. And the idea was because I lost all my pictures and they got confiscated. My thoughts behind setting the group up was, if I set this group up and get like-minded people in the group, I might be able to find some of my old pictures. And luckily, I have managed to do that over time. I've managed to get a lot of my pictures back that I lost. But there's people in this group from all over, not just the UK, but throughout the world. And it's been a good source of like networking with people, finding out who's got collections, liaising with them, and being able to get them to send me their collections to use in the books that have been published.
So the book is basically a lot of the pictures are classic graffiti pictures, basically. So anybody who was into graffiti needs to be buying the books, see if they might be, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, they may even have their own work in there, because you'd be very surprised. There's been a lot of people who have like kind of we've unearthed their work because a collector who has got loads of pictures has sent me their archive in, and then when it's been published, people have been like, "Oh, I didn't even realise that I did," and that there's still pictures out there of it. So it's been a good journey, really, putting those books out, because I've learned so much doing that. Not just about putting a book out, but about like kind of the UK graffiti scene. Knowing I've met like lots of like really good people, and I've really enjoyed doing it. The 3 books, it's a trilogy. Unfortunately, there's no more than 3, but they cover a wide spectrum of like work from the 80s, but then there's also a section that's dedicated purely to people who used to paint in the 80s who have passed away and are no longer with us. And then there's also a section in the book, in each of the books, that's dedicated to writers who were painting back then, who are still painting now, just so you can see the difference between their work from then to what they're producing now.
Excellent. And what would you say music wise in this day and age right now you sort of feeling? A couple of tunes that you
So I still have an interest in drum and bass, jungle, rave, hardcore. I still get asked to play the odd gig because I've kind of semi-retired away from the rave scene. So although I still do the odd gig, I'm not as active as I used to be because life's changed. You know, family life comes first, and I've got other things going on as well. So I'm a bit more mellow this day and age. But music that I listen to now, so I mean, KANO, Three Wheel Ups, that's like one of my tracks I would say now. And Shy FX, you know, Shy FX has come a long way, and he gets a lot of airplay on Radio 1 Extra and other channels nowadays. So one of his tracks that I do listen to a lot is Bad Boy Business.
Okay, so perhaps we should have a listen to them then, see what they're saying. Let's have a listen.
And I roll, that means I'm a direct rude boy. Two yachts on my own, that means I'm a direct rude boy. Man can't call up my phone and go on like a direct rude boy. One side bag and a stone, they don't make you a direct rude boy.
Some MCs come with the wickedest talk, but really them man chat crap. Acting like a donny, but they're gonna backtrack. When real niggas step on the rhythm and chat backs, I don't put myself in places. If I weren't there, then I weren't, let's face it. If you weren't there, then you weren't, that's basic. We're killing with the realest shit in the head. I'm a diffuser, can't act rougher than you are around me. I got youths and tougher than you are around me. I nearly died for the game, that's right. But some spitters ain't nothing around me. I was getting them hype when you was touching your lighter. I was kicking them out, I'm a motherfucking G. None of you are bad round me, it's not only about me though. Let me give a shout to my C.
Pussy and rum, that's a rider for real MCs. Big and Wiley got a clash, that's a real MC. Old tight D-double-E, that's a real OG. I said old tight D-double-E, that's a real OG. Mad, reload ting, pop, 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 that's a reload ting. And when I say it's KANO in the house, everybody knows that's a reload ting. If you've been shooting, then I'm from way back when, and you ain't on a kilo ting, I don't wanna hear about crunch and food and things. Man don't do those things. On site, thought it was on site in it. Saw them guys, no shots fired in it. If you ain't real, then don't ride in it. That postcode, that's offside in it. Madman from which part? Them and them witchcraft, them and the wobia. I span a kosher. I've been that nigga since kickers and loafers and bits where kids don't give a shit about olders. Why man don't care about fathers. Man just care about figures. Man don't care about yards. Man just care about bimmers. Man don't care who's armed. Man just care if it's blinging. Man don't care about masks. Man I do it bareface in it. We don't do none of that bareface fibbing. The realest shit on your airwaves in it. Free wheel ups in a road, that means I'm a direct rude boy. Two yachts on my own, that means I'm a direct rude boy. Man can't call up my phone and go on like a direct rude boy. One side bag and a stone, they don't make you a direct can't tell me nothing. Cook now mutton, then pass through the gutter. Link just D, red cups at the cupboard in the jungle. I move with original nutters and the same madman fly out for the summer. Lick 2 blocks, who are you? Runners, shut down dance, who am I? Shutters, couple wheel ups at butters, that's nothing. Boiling point, I keep it 100.
Yeah. G goes in, bag 3-pointer, free throw ting. Niggas looking at me on the keyhole ting. I'm a gangster and a gentleman, G hosting. I'm a skinny nigga, me so slim. Put the Jimmy on us when the D goes in. Man, they getting money, tuck the key codes in. Please, can I have my money? What's the key code pin? Fuck that. Niggas in the app, we back them up. Knife game, even if it's back, so axe them up. Switch. I'm into the match, I matched it up. And I'm with the bats, I patched it up. Sitting in the trap, we cracked a cut. I'm sitting in the cap and cracked a cut. I'm silly with the map, man, mash them up. I hit him with the back, then back the drop. Golly, we so stink. K, holler, we both pimps. Can't look inside the window, nigga, peep those tints. Better tell the waiter, better leave those drinks. Add a little bass, you better leave those simps. I'm silly with the clip, I'm gonna teach those chimps. Man, I put it on him when we see those wimps. I'm finished with a little nigga, he's so rinsed. He's so jinx, I'm king, and he's no prince. I let back, ping, ping, and then leave no prince. I said that's me, and yes, he's so skint. I'm in the Mac 350 with Clark, let beef go mince.
If you don't look after your own, you boy, you're not a direct rude boy. And you're in district popping that goose boy, you're not a direct rude boy. Bond Street just bought brand new goods boy, and you man can't get a new toy. That's why I man's BM just pre, then sent me a direct rude boy.
Don't You don't wanna know, baby. Soon as we alone, baby. It's when I like you the most.
Last clot, massive, I already been played. Me don't play blood clot tune. Run that, 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 run that,
Yeah, bad boy business. We tell them, in him, cry out for we girls and cry out for we. Cry out for we girls and cry out for we. And from the very first day when you meet me, remember me they tell you it not go easy. I me run the whole show completely. And listen to the word when me tell you keenly. Cause from a juvenile now we infancy. And we a star boy in our community. We are the girls them daddy. We are the girls them daddy. And anyway we did the girls cry out for we. I know my fault if the girls love with the car. We are the girls them daddy. We are the girls them daddy. And it no matter even if we there Italy. And it no matter if we there London City. Girl, I never leave you lonely. You know we run the premises. Bad boy business. Worldwide international girls cry. Ragamuffin city. Hear that?
Take it, ego up, don't need it. Why you showing up your weakness? You don't need a front, don't need a front. Don't need a front, 'cause I need a real one. Take it, ego up, don't need it. Why you showing up your weakness? You don't need a front, don't need a.
So, Paul, we're going to finish off. We've just got a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
So you've been stranded on a desert island. You can only listen to one of those 8 tracks that you've chosen. Which one do you take?
Oh, that's a tough one, that is. I think for me, it's got to be Musical Youth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, at least you can remember when you were little before.
I suppose the reasoning behind that is because it's always going to make me feel young. I'm always going to remember that as a childhood memory, so that's why I take that one back.
And how about your luxury item? Any item? It's not, you can't take a phone or anything because you're not going to be able to get off this island. You're stranded basically.
Oh, okay. So one item.
Yeah.
Can it be any item?
Yeah, it could be a piece of DJ, anything that can entertain you. Anything.
It could be an MP3 player. Then I can have all my music on.
Look, no, you're going to run out of batteries though. Remember that. You're not going to be able to charge it. If you want to take that, you can have your listening for about 5-6 hours. Then you're going to be.
I can't take anything electrical because there's going to be no plugs, is there?
Exactly.
So I'm going to be quite limited, really. One item. This is a tough one. This is Mark.
Well, why don't you take a can of your spray paint, do your tagline, and
there's no walls.
Yeah,
there's no walls on the island.
Well, you can then spray the sand, help as well at the same time.
Yeah.
And at least you might get off.
I'm gonna have to take a lighter because at least with a lighter I could cook, I could make a light, I could make fire for warmth. So yeah, a lighter.
Okay, that's pretty practical, isn't it? Fair enough.
And I can play Musical Youth and I can flick me lighter.
Yes. I'm not sure what you're going to play Musical Youth on, but we'll it's
true.
There.
Yes.
So last question is: do you think you'll be all right on your own on the island, or are you going to be a bit lonely?
I think I'll be a bit lonely, to be honest, Mark.
You're a bit of a family man these days.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I like my hustle and bustle of my family around me. I've got my dog; he keeps me sane. Yeah. Taking out for walks. So yeah, I'd probably miss that actually.
Yeah. So your spray can, if you do take that, that could help then if you could actually get rescued because you can get back to the family.
Yeah.
Before you go absolute crazy. So yeah. Well, there you go. Well, that's it. We're about finished. Thank you very much, Paul. And
It's been a pleasure. Thank you, Mark.
good luck on your island. And listeners, if you want a graffiti book, let's just remind you of the title. It's called
Old So Cool.
Old So Cool. Look it up and hopefully buy it or buy them. One of them.
Unfortunately, they won't be able to buy it because they're all sold out. But if you keep an eye on eBay or Vinted, they do occasionally come up.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That's
so they are rare now because we sold all the planned published amount, and from there we've decided that we're not going to repress anymore.
You know, it would become a limited edition rarity then.
Yeah. They do occasionally come up on, like I say, on eBay or on Vinted, but yes, other than that, it's just knowing someone who's got one for sale.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay, Paul. Well, good luck on the island, and we'll speak soon.
Okay, Mark. All the best.
Bye.
Thank you. Take care.